Pretty much everyone in the 6-inch collecting world knows that 3D printing has come a long way, and 3D printing is also an incredible tool for customizers, and we're starting to see companies pop up offering 3D printed accessory kits for G.I. Joe and other figure lines in the 1/12th scale, the 6-inch scale. And it's been happening for a little while, but now we have Gridiron Studios on the scene, and these guys are knocking it out of the park with some of the kits that they offer. Some of you may be familiar with printed versions of the Jetpack Jump set, or the backpack, the jetpack for the 6-inch figures. Well, they have taken the jetpack concept, mixed it with some of their existing plans, as you can see with the backpack frame here. This is the jetpack itself, and put together an entire jump kit, very reminiscent of the original 1980s jump set for G.I. Joe. And they have their logo emblazoned right here on the inside of the pack. But they've made some modifications to it, a few changes here and there to make it more their own take on the product. And I have a figure that I'm going to set up with this kit. You also have a clear acrylic piece for the stand, and well, we'll do first person perspective and get into all the parts and pieces as we assemble it. First, we have the platform stand here with the legs for the stand. Let's see if we can figure out how this goes together. It looks like it just pegs in right here. If we can get it in there. It's a tight fit. These parts are printed out of a high impact resin, so or flex resin, and they're also painted, so it's going to be pretty tight. I'm actually going to press these in off camera so that I don't slip and snap off a peg or something. If you look closely, you can see right here you have the peg holes and you have the pegs. Here, the part will just tab in like so. First impressions, this is going to be a very tight fit. I've had to finesse the sockets a little bit with an X-Acto knife, and while this is still tight in there, I'm probably going to end up opening it up a little bit more with either a drill bit or the X-Acto knife and gluing these in place just to be sure that they stay. This is not what I would consider to necessarily be a problem with the product. It just has a very tight tolerance, and they may have addressed this already by now, but I did order as soon as this was available on the website. So this is probably an early run, but it's a very solid fit, a very tight fit, as you can see. I just opened up the sockets a little bit with an X-Acto knife and everything is fine. I don't need to glue these in place. They're in there real tight and solid. So the platform will set just like this. As for the control stand with the computer, you can see that you have these little handle type things here on 4 corners. You have a spot where this tabs in. You just kind of rock it in like that. As you can see, this is all very similar to the original Jump set, and with the pack itself, the jetpack, one of the updates that they've made to this is they've added control handles that snap in right here on the sides. Probably gonna have to clean this up a little bit to get these in there. They're very tight fit, so I'll get these cleaned up just a little bit. I kind of boogered that up a little bit trying to get it in there, and left some debris inside the socket. As I said before, these are very tight fitting, meant to keep everything together and keep it from coming apart. The first control arm is in, and I just had to clean up the edges a little bit to get it to pop in there. Now there is a coating on these, and I think these are printed and painted, which is well, I'll just knock everything over. How's that? Which is contributing to the very tight fit. The second one went in without any trimming or anything. It's in there nice and tight. I'm going to go ahead and pop this one back out, clean it up just a little bit more, and get a good secure fit on that side. There we go. Both control handles are installed. Nice tight fit. Everything went together well and looks really good. The next component we have is a new piece from Gridiron Studios, and it's this translucent resin flame effect that will go into the ports on the bottom of the jetpack, like so. They're also doing blast effects for guns now as well, which is a nice feature. I'm happy to see those coming out. And those, just like you saw me push these in, there was no fitting or anything like that. They go in really well, and could probably go in a little farther. And it is the same type of the same flex resin that they use. It's a high impact flexible resin for everything, so it's not going to just snap apart. So don't be afraid of anything breaking when you're doing this. You can break it, but it's a good heavy solid piece of printed resin. Next we have the, I'm guessing this is the fuel tank here that will actually mount to the side of the control station, the control module here. And we'll see if we can get that set up. For display purposes, with the fuel tank mounted here on the side, here is the fueling hose. You have the peg. This is one of their backpacks that actually has the peg that will insert into the figure's back so that they can wear the jetpack. Well, it also mounts it onto the stand. And we go, I'm a little, oh, come on. There we go. Said to get it lined up right. So the peg hole, or the peg actually goes into the hole here, and you have a nice compact display with the jetpack mounted to the control module, and the fuel hose actually mounts right in here. You have these two pegs on the, oh, come on. I knocked that piece off. There we go. You have two holes here, two ports, and two pegs, and the fueling hose will plug right into the two holes. So there you have it displayed on the stand. We'll put this aside, take a look at the figure real quick. The only thing that it comes with for the figure to wear is a helmet with what I assume to be, this is meant to be like a targeting system, and the painted black visor. Their helmets are a good tight fit, where you're going to use this flint here, pop the helmet on, and there we go. Has the comms system and the microphone. Everything lines up really well with the face on the figure, and that doesn't move, but it's a good fit on the figure's head. I had to remove the vest for this to work out well because it didn't want to set down onto the figure's shoulders. I'm going to lift the arms up some here, and I'm actually using a Valiverse Action Force vest on the figure. So we'll get this mounted over here. Let's find the backpack peg hole here. And get this pushed in. There we go. Now he is wearing the jetpack. And you can manipulate the arms and hands to control these. I'm not going to worry with doing that right now. But just kind of position the hands here to be around the grips. But you could actually make him hold on to these as well. Now, a really neat part of this display, I turn this around here. A neat part of the display, you have this translucent rod that inserts into the stand here, like so. And I'll change the camera angle so that you can see this. I showed you the ports for the flame effects. Let's go ahead and get these back in. And somewhat pose the figure's legs to at least make him look like he's kind of riding a jetpack. But you have a third one right here that this clear rod will pop into. We can actually take it out there. Slides right in, as you can see, and then mount it back to the stand, and you have him ready to go. That is a really nice display piece, and it looks fantastic coming off the J.U.M.P platform. Just to give you a little better view of everything, I'll hold the cardboard up here, or this paper up here behind him, just to kind of obstruct some of the stuff in the background. But the figure really does look great displayed like this. I like the display stand, the clear rod. I think it really adds a nice touch for displayability of a figure with the backpack. Now, as I said, the jetpack does not fit well if the figure has any kind of web gear, vest, or anything else on it. Works best with a figure that just is a bare torso. So, you know, that is what you'll want to use with this. Thanks for joining in to take a look at the Jetpack Jump set from Gridiron Studios for 6-inch. I'm going to say it's 4 G.I. Joe figures. It's made after a G.I. Joe product. It's just updated and improved. So small vehicle sets are definitely a possibility for this scale of figure. Small play sets, if you want to call it a vehicle set or a play set, whatever. I mean, they're, you know, kind of the same idea, but Hasbro could totally put stuff out like this. But Gridiron Studios is doing such an awesome job with them, and I don't think that you would get quite the same displayability from something that Hasbro put out. This is really cool. The addition of this clear rod to display the figure is just, it's a step up, in my opinion. This is how I would want to display the jetpack setup. I wouldn't really want to put the jetpack onto the control module. I like it with a figure, and it doesn't take up a whole lot of real estate like this. And the flame effects are a really nice touch. I like this set a lot. It runs $64.99 on the Gridiron Studios website. I'll put a link in the description to this product, so that if you want this product, you can also buy it just by clicking the link and getting over there to it. So, but anyway, be sure to hit that subscribe button, the notification bell. Check out the description for links to other useful things, Facebook groups, Amazon, sales, all kinds of stuff. And I want to give a big Yo Joe shout out to Chance. Thanks for watching my videos, buddy. I hope you're doing all right. So, see you all soon. Yo Joe.